Can you guys hear me? Hey, can you guys in the chat, so you'll see at the bottom of your screen it says chat in the navigation bar. Can you let me know if you can hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. Did anyone join me for my live stretch class? Well, today I did Animal Flow with my buddy Andrew on IGTV. You guys join? I just came from it, so that's why I look a little sweaty. All right, this will be a little bit more informal than all my other webinars because it'll be a little bit more interactive. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to first do a little intro about what needs to be on your website and why it's important. So I'm going to refer back to an old webinar. I really urge you guys to watch it after, if you haven't seen it already. It's called Branding 101. And I do take you through, what your website the message should be saying to your demographic. It is under my, where is it? There's a link in my link tree in my IGTV. I'll put it all here. There are a lot of links I'm going to go give you, and I'll put it up in the chat. If you do have any questions, you'll see at the bottom of your navigation bar, there's a Q&A section. Place all of your questions here at the bottom, and at the end, if I have time, I'll do my best to go through them all. And what I wanted to do is I'm going to go on IG Live. If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to let people know to go here because I have a feeling people don't read. So I have a feeling that they're going on IG trying to wait for me to do this. So I'm going to give them the link here so they can join us on Zoom. You give me 1 second. I'm so sorry, guys. Uno momento, por favor. I am going to share my screen so you guys can take a look at what we're going to go through quickly. So yes, this is from my webinar from before. Take a look at it real quick. Okay, let's start this. Oops. Please bear with me, y'all. Copy. How familiar are you guys with the Zoom? Okay, I bet you guys are becoming more and more familiar since we're all quarantined together. Okay, let's do this. Live. Oops. Bear with me, please. I'm trying to satisfy everyone's needs. Oh gosh, how do you do this? Why am I not? Okay, there we go. I want everyone to see. Brighten it up. Good. All right. This is going to be, oh, I realize this is going to be reversed for them. Hold on, I got it. I have an idea. There we go. Can you guys see the screen? So today, if you're just joining us, we are doing the Zoom website review. And I'm going to go over some of your websites to show you, to give you feedback on gaining clarity. If you want to join, I'm going to pin the link here. You do have to it's a quick, easy sign up. How do I pin this post? Do you guys know how I pin that post? Oh God, I'm so sorry. How do you pin it? Pin comment, there we go. Okay, so join us by clicking, I don't know if you can click this link, but you can type it into your browser and you can join us for this free live website review. So as I told them, what I'm going to show you now is just a referral of, I'm referencing my old webinar that I did last week called Branding 101 to give you a sense of what's important to have and why on your website before we start to analyze each person's website. Okay, so on your website, you have to have a clear understanding. Before you even start your website, guys, you need to have a clear understanding of, what you offer and who your demographic is. So before you even start anything, you need to know who your demographic is. I just want to be able to see the chat too. Okay. Okay. Oh, Devin's here. What's up, Dev? If you're still here, Devin is our lead therapist for the Stretch Therapist. Maybe Dev, you can answer questions if you know the answer to them. Okay. Anyway, so we are going to talk about your demographic and how to find it. I'm going to quickly go through this. Do you know the age of your target audience? Do you know the population you're serving? Is it moms? Is it working moms? Is it desktop warriors? You need to know that. And is it a lifestyle you're offering? Are you offering change to better their life? And that's really huge because your demographics intention your demographics needs should be your intention. Okay, so here's an example. I'm blasting through this, so I need you guys to rewatch this. This is on my webpage. I've placed all of my webinars up. This is an example of my ideal client. So you want to be as specific as possible when you're considering what your website is saying. Who are you talking to? So when you're building your website, the copy, you need to be directly talking to your ideal client. So here's an example of an actual client who is my ideal client. Okay, so so the general population I serve is active young professionals between the ages of 35 and 45. And this is going to take time for you to figure out who your demographic is. You might have to collect some data. So that might be collecting emails, doing polls, surveys, even using your Instagram. If your Instagram is active, it gives you the analytics of how old the most popular visitors come to your page. How do I get rid of this? Jake, 44, nurse practitioner, loves to work out at Legree, F45, good life, plays hockey, rollerblades, cycles everywhere, single, owns a home downtown. He's very social. He likes to party at this club on King West here in Toronto, loves classic rock music, goes to concerts, etc., etc. And you notice how well I know this individual. I also know that he attends conferences in various cities. He loves to travel, doesn't watch too much TV, but goes to the movies. He's Caucasian. He makes roughly this amount, gets massages, isn't afraid to go to a party alone, is loyal, supports his friends, listens to intellectual podcasts, etc. This is how well you need to know your demographic. Otherwise, you won't be speaking their language. Okay, so once we have the demographic that we know of, that we're speaking to on our website, we need to identify their problem. Okay, what is their problem? This data should be second nature. Is it physical pain? Is it stress? Are they disorganized and need an organizational system? Lack of knowledge? You need to hit the nail on the head. So here's an example. My demographic is experiencing body and the pain, has difficulty with flexibility and mobility, and therefore quality of life is diminished. This is the actual issue. So people experience pain, but why does that bother them other than being in discomfort? It's because their quality of life is diminished. So you're not just addressing their physical pain. You have to think bigger picture. You're also addressing the fact that they want their life to be better. Okay? And okay, here's a couple of examples of various websites. I don't know if you know who Melissa Ramos is. She has a website and company called Sexy Food Therapy. This is a screenshot of her hero. The hero is the first thing you see on the website, ideally in the more modern websites today. And it's very clear there's a lot more white space because you're just trying to focus in on what you want them to know, okay? So I'm gonna ask you guys, and you guys can write in the chat here. Where is that? Okay. Can you identify the problem Melissa is addressing? Okay, I'm gonna give you a moment to take a look and read this. She says, feel sexy from the inside out. Balance your hormones with the right combination of nutrition, supplements, and lifestyle tweaks. And finally, take control of your life, happiness, health, and hoops. Okay, so can you identify the problem they're addressing? From what I gather, and it's very clear to me, is that she's addressing their lack of control in life, okay? Because they're having problem with pooing, or they have a hormonal imbalance, okay? So the main problem they're addressing, guys, is the lack of control in life, happiness, and health, and poo via hormone imbalance. So they are experiencing a lack of control in life, happiness, and health because one of the issues is hormone imbalance, and she's addressing hormone imbalance and letting them know that they will be able to gain control of their life again. Okay, I know that can be a little confusing, so I have another example here. All right, this is Shopify. I love Shopify. Can you identify the problem they're addressing? If you don't know who they are, that's actually better for this exercise. Can you identify the problem they're addressing? Well, take a look. It says sell online with Shopify, trusted by over 1 million businesses worldwide. Can you identify the problem they're addressing? It's the need to sell and collect payments online. Okay, and if you want to take it a step further, it's so that I want to add that here. This is real time, guys. And the real problem, real issue is individuals wanting to live out their dreams. Okay, I say this because most people who want to start an online company is because they want to do their own thing, and they want to be able to live out their dreams and eventually live a life where they have full control, full autonomy, and they don't have to answer to anyone. But that's what I'm thinking from a business standpoint. Obviously, there are many problems they're addressing, but this is what I took from it. Okay. Now that you've identified the problem, what is the clear solution? Okay. You must convey that you have the perfect solution and do it clearly. So you have to have clarity, expectation, and outcome laid out for them. So on your website, is it clear that they know what you provide? Do they understand what the expectation is for what they receive? Or sorry, do they know what to expect when they receive your solution? And do they understand what the results are? So here's an example. Okay. Los Ramos. The outcome is that you will gain control of your life, happiness, health, and poops. Okay, let's go to Shopify. The outcome is instant revenue and business growth and control of your life and finances or revenue. Okay. Again, it's different for everyone, but these are just like the bigger concepts, the bigger picture. Okay, so now that you've shown them what their outcome is, you really need to be able to let them know, how do they buy? There's been so many websites I've been on where it's not even clear where the call to action is. Where's the button? Like, do I sign up? Do I register? Do I apply? Can I buy instantly? How does this work? It needs to be clear. You have to have a clear call to action, CTA, and you have to have an easy process. Is it easy for me to buy what you're selling? Consider the buyer's journey. So I would urge you to go through your own website and see what it's like, or ask a friend to do it and give you feedback. Here's an example. Clear call to action. The button in red here says get started now. Okay, and it's clear that she's going to be offering some coaching of some kind. Okay, and then in Shopify, clear call to action, enter your email address, and the button says start free trial. Very clear. Am I right? Okay, so I do have one more. Actually, I feel like I should have told you all to watch this webinar first. And you need to figure out what you want to be known for. So when I go on your website, is it clear that you're an expert in what you do? And is it clear exactly what you're offering? Or are you offering a million things and I'm just like, whoa, can you break it down for me? Can you distill that for me? Okay, and then we're gonna go through company name. It has to be easy to remember. Here are some examples that I really liked. You don't want to waste too much time on name. It's best to have a memorable and literal and clear name, especially if you're starting out. I know you might be asking, well, what about Nike? What about Apple? Remember that they have had a lot of resources, to do ads. They had investments to really bring out their brand over time. If you don't have those resources, it's best and easiest to have a memorable and literal and clear company name. Here's an example: the Neck Expert, the Acu Genius, Girls Who Code, GoFundMe, so clear and literal, Kickstarter, PayPal. Those gives you a clear idea of what they do, and it's easy to remember. Okay, and I'm not saying if you're the neck expert, you only do neck. Obviously, like, you solidify yourself as an expert in neck, but then you can start to branch out over time once you build, a platform and you build an audience. So with me, I'm the stretch therapist, but I don't just do stretch therapy. As you see, I do do-it-yourself stretches, and I also do business coaching over time. And I slowly introduce this with a strategy involved, but that's a whole other conversation. Okay, and before we get into the first website, you need to be able to pass the third grade test. So you need to ask right here, is it clear what you do? Is it clear enough that a third grader can understand and can explain when asked? So you can also call this a one-liner. So when you go to a party and someone says, oh, what do you do? And you're always just like, and then you kind of ramble, you need to have this line prepared. So here's an example. We teach we teach fitness professionals how to stretch clients on the floor, okay? Or we stretch people. Or, for example, Shopify says, we sell online. You can sell your businesses, you can, oh my God, quit Shopify. I'm trying to think of it if it's somebody who works for Shopify. You can sell your products online with Shopify. Okay, and then there's Stripe. It says scale faster by building your business on Stripe's payment processing platform. And then Kajabi, which is the platform I use to house all of my courses. It's a complete online business platform for serious entrepreneurs, experts, and influencers. So I want you to work on your one-liner, and that should be on your website. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go over. Is everyone good so far? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to quickly go over my website. And our website converts very well. We've worked with a developer and a designer, and I've done a lot of my own research and analytics. I'm not great at it, don't get me wrong, to figure out what's best. And nowadays it's best to have very few copy is the text on your page, very few, and it should be clean. And notice my colors are complementary, and we're gonna get into that. You wanna have consistency throughout. So similar colors, like a primary color and a secondary color. And so you can see here, we stretch people. As soon as somebody goes on my page, they're like, oh, bam, I know what they do. They stretch people. That should be instant as soon as I visit your page. If I have to scroll and figure out what you do, you've already lost them. The average person spends, I can't remember, but like 3 seconds or less on your page. And if they don't know what you do instantly on the hero, you're dead in the water. Okay, we stretch people. We are your expert fascial stretch therapists in Toronto. It's time you achieve optimal flexibility, mobility, performance, and pain relief. Clear. So we'll go over it again. So what is their problem? Oh, my demographic. Okay. Your demographic can also be clear by your design. So my design is fun. There's a picture of me who seemingly in her 20s, 30s. Okay. And I use the words flexibility, mobility, and performance. Okay. So these are trigger words for someone who's active or athletes. Okay. So you have to consider those things. You could be literal and say, you're a fascial stretch therapist in Toronto for desktop warriors if you wanted. You could. I actually started that specific, but because I've grown, now I can be more general. So you got to start specific and then work your way out. That's a concept is always lost on people. They think, I need to be servicing everyone. No. You got to really be speaking directly to one type of person. And you can see there's a clear call to action, book stretches. There's a clear call to action in the top right corner, which most people's eyes are trained to go towards to book or make a call, whatever. And you notice I don't have a million things in my navigation bar. It's just courses and login for our members. Okay. Here, I just have click here for a free Biz Masterclass. So you always want to offer something to your clients for free because that's how they start to get to know, like, and trust you. I also do have a pop-up. It doesn't pop up because I've been on this page for a while, but after a few seconds, a pop-up comes that says, want a free PDF guide? Click here, and then that's how I collect email addresses, because you need to collect email addresses. Okay, you can also have a little as trusted by, and then, have logos just to establish your credibility. And then there's a really neat offer for everyone who's new. You get an extra 15 minutes free. You need to have an offer to entice people to come to you and to finish the whole customer flow. I have a really good average of people spend a couple of minutes on my page, which is really great, because the average person spends, I think, please fact check this, 3 seconds. I do have this really nice video that kind of capitulates what I do, or what the team does. Okay, and people tend to watch it in its entirety. And now I have a clear layout of what exactly I offer. So this is how it works. Have you guys ever been on a website where it's like how it works, and it's just like, oh, I get it, right? We broke it down into 3 things: assess, the stretch, and stabilize and strengthen. And notice it's only 3 to 4 lines of copy. You have to be able to clearly, succinctly tell them what you do. If this is actually, so my developer and designer were like, it should only be 3 lines, 2 to 3 lines. So, I kept trying to cut it down as best I can. But if you have anything beyond this, people are not going to read it. Okay. You want more pictures, especially if you're a body worker like I am. Pictures always do it justice, and you want high definition photos. Okay. Rates and locations button, another call to action. And then here's a little bit bio. Here's a bio. Okay, so this bio is actually a little too long, and my design team and my developer keep telling me to cut it down. So you should have seen it before. It was mega long. I am trying to cut this down, so I urge you to do the same, and we'll go over it. This is one of the biggest feedback I get all the time. See, I'm not perfect either. Okay. And if you provide a service where people have to meet these people or interact with them, it'd be good to showcase who your team is. You want to have clear testimonials, but do you see how short these testimonies are? Okay, this one's a little longer. Ugh, I need to cut that down too. But do you see how you're more inclined to read this easily because it's only 3 lines, right? And then we got a video if they want to see him actually speak to camera. And then this is 4 lines. This should only be 4 lines. I apologize. Okay. But I've seen far too many websites where the testimonials are like 10 lines. I'm just like, I'm not going to read that. Who do you think's going to read that? And then you want to have your prize testimonial, if you have one, as large as it can. And then that's it. Right. And then if they want to find out more about the courses, they're going to click on courses, and it's super clean. 3 lines, 3 lines, 3 lines. Okay. And then they can log in if they are a member to our, and then they have all their courses there. Okay. So now that we've gone through, and you'll notice my logo, super simple. I don't want you guys, you guys can't see my logo. My logo right here is super simple. I want you guys to have a simple logo, but don't spend too much time and money on your logo just yet. You're still brand new. Can you guys see? Okay. All right. Now we're going to get into our first website. Let me just see if we have any quick questions in the chat. Yeah. Ooh, Devin. Controlling their life hormone imbalances, being able to shop online, okay. All right. So we're going to go to Melanie. Melanie, are you here? Melanie is not here. I know. Okay. Well, she'll be able to watch this recording. So Melanie has a really nice hero. Okay. It has her name, which is in a nice font. I don't know if that's her logo, but it's quite lovely. Oh, we have someone who raised their hand. Oh, how do you do this? Forgive me, guys. Devin, yeah, you raised your hand. What's up? Can you write it or type it in the chat for me? And then I'll respond. No, it's Melanie. Oh, that's weird. Okay, it says your name is Devin. That's so weird. Okay. Anyway, hi, Melanie. All right, so you have a beautiful hero. I love this photo. You look stunning. It's high definition. Your name is clear. It's simple, and you don't have a million things in your navigation bar. It's very clear, and then you have your Instagram here, because I'm assuming you're very proud of your Instagram. That's why I showcased here. And so let's see if she passes the test. Do we can get a sense of who she's targeting? Can we also understand what her service that is she providing, or her solution she's offering, and that it's clear to book or buy? Okay, those are the three things. So number one, demographic. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's people who work out or people who want to work out. Okay, so I'm going to assume you are a trainer. This is me. Okay. Number two, is there a solution? Demographic. Oh, sorry, the problem. Is there a problem that you were offering a solution to? I don't really see a clear problem that you're offering a solution to. I don't know about you guys. Okay. So what is your solution? I'm not sure. It's not super clear. It looks like you're a trainer, but what are you a trainer of? Who are you helping? What kind of trainer are you? We don't know those things yet. So I would encourage you to put something like, you'll notice a lot of people have maybe a main title here and then a subtitle and then a call to action or a call to action up here. I'd really like to see a call to action here, because I don't know, do you offer, training in person, or is it online? So I'd like to see a book now or a free consultation button right here. And I'd like to see, what you do here so that it's clear. We want to be able to, once I go on your website, I need to instantly know what you do and who you do it for and how can I buy. Okay, do you have? I have a new logo. The template doesn't let me. How would I navigate that? Okay, I don't know who you're using. If you're using, I'm not sure what you use. It might be at the bottom. Squarespace. Okay, I'm not sure if you're using one of their free templates, but I do believe that you're able to put some text here. I don't know. You'd have to look into Squarespace and talk to someone who knows how to use Squarespace. What I tend to do if I don't understand how to do things, I always Google it. I'll always YouTube it and I'll always Google it. Okay, it's really the responsibility of the entrepreneur to figure out how to do things or ask someone who knows. Okay, I'm not a web developer or designer, so with the technical stuff, I'm not super great. I'm just going to give you feedback as to your messaging on the website. Okay, so we still don't know what the problem is you're offering a solution for. I don't know your solution, and I don't know where to buy or book. So I want you to consider those three things, okay, Melanie? And then we come here about Melanie, and it's important to let people know who you are. Instantly is a very likable photo of you. It makes me want to scroll down to figure out a little bit more. However, now this is too much text, we don't know what you do yet. So it's important to show us what are you offering first, and then you can tell us about yourself. And then I would cut this down and maybe put this a little bit later after you show us what you offer and what you do. and then have a really beautiful picture of you. Okay. Okay. And so this is great. Now you're finally telling us how we can work with you, but what do you mean work with you? Why would we work with you? I still don't know what you're offering, and I still don't know what problems you're going to help me with. So I would make that clear first, because people are not going to investigate. They're not going to read all this and figure it out. They need to know instantly right here. But I do like this. I would say to cut these, like I like how quick and short that is. I'd cut this down as well. Okay, and then so you do personal training, you do fascial stretch therapy. I mean, I like how you're trying to be creative with your words. However, this is a little confusing. Maybe you can use that down here and then maybe put workplace wellness, but be a little bit more clear about like what exactly. So you do personal training, fascial stretch therapy, workplace wellness. I'm not sure what that means. Can you be clear? Like, can you say yoga at the office? Like something super literal. Okay. I would put these earlier, man. Like these are well known in the industry. I would definitely put these logos earlier. Okay. So that's our first page. Obviously, I'm not going to go through every single page of everyone's website. I'm just going to give you feedback 5 minutes per person. Is that, Melanie, was that helpful? Okay, you're taking notes. Good. Okay, awesome. Let's move on to the next person. Okay, is Nadia here? Nadia, are you here? No, she's not. Okay. I'm going to go through people who are here first. So we got Carly. Where's yours? Carly. Carly, which one's yours? This you? Is it? Yes. Okay. But we don't have your name here. I don't know that it's you until way later. Okay. Do you have a logo that says your name? I would start, if you don't have a logo yet, I would just like make it like sort of how Melanie just did it. Her name in like nice block letters. It's very clear to start until you have one. I'm going to move this over. Okay. So where's Carly? Okay. Hi, Carly. Are you there? This is me. Okay. All right, Carly. Again, we need to have a logo, company logo, or your name if you're starting out, and a call to action over here because I don't see anything. And again, once I visit your page, I mean, I can guess what you do based on the picture, but honestly, when it comes to websites and marketing guys, it needs to be clear and literal and written out for people. So I'm gonna, if I don't know what stretch therapy is, I'm gonna assume massage, okay? And I'm assuming you don't know. It's not what you're offering. It's fascial stretch therapy. Okay, so let's make that clear. Let's have a title here that, says what you do. So, remember mine, it says we stretch people. And, that's a little bit general. But before I expanded, it was like I stretch moms or something specific. I wanted my demographic to be in the title. And then I had a little bit like, in order to achieve or to relieve pain. Something quick, simple. I don't want a super long subtitle, clear, and then a call to action. Book now, like book your stretch. Something super clear. Okay. There is a little bit too many, I guess, options in the navigation bar. We want to cut that down to 5 the most if you have to. The less the better. But 5 the most if you have to. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down. So stretch therapy, and this is way too much text. I need to quickly, instantly know what you do right away in less than 3 paragraphs. I'm not gonna read this. I'm not saying me, but I'm saying the average person will not read this. And this call to action needs to be higher and bigger, needs to be clear. I almost didn't see it. Okay. So when it comes to listing benefits, of course you want everyone to know the benefits, but this is too much. People are not going to read all of this. So if you go back to my page, I put it here. It's time to achieve optimal flexibility, mobility, performance, and pain relief. That's it. And then I have a video that showcases it, right? It needs to be clear as day. So I would try and consider condensing this. And maybe you don't even need to have this section if you do it properly and you outline it here at the top of your hero. And maybe in here as well. I would highly recommend that you both have a promo video, a high definition promo video, because then you can get rid of all this text and put a beautiful video. And then you can get rid of this too, because I also don't love bullet points on a web page. It looks more like a document, right? But these are beautiful pictures, Carly. Like I'm loving these pictures. You obviously put a lot of work into it. It's very professional. Okay, and yeah, so I would kind of split up the design because you have a picture and then a lot of text, especially if I were to read this on mobile, it'd be all this text and then all this text and then finally picture, and then I'm bombarded with a ton of pictures. You got to split that up. Separate these pictures because they're beautiful. They should be like placed nicely throughout. Yeah, see how you have this like improve posture, eliminate pain, move better. Maybe that could be at the top under your big header. Sub header could be that, you know? And then see, and then when I come onto your page, these are stunning photos and I understand why you want to showcase them, but there could be a better design because now I'm looking and then it just looks like a photo gallery. I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go from here. So you have to consider again, the visitor's journey or the buyer's journey. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, Instagram just crapped out on me. Sorry, guys. All right, so I really love to talk about this part right here. Hold on, one sec. There's Wix. Okay, you're on Wix. Okay, I love the hero pick, Carly, but I would put some text over it. Okay, so we obviously want to showcase all of our knowledge, okay, because it gives us a leg up, it gives us credibility. However, people are not going to read this, right? So you got to figure out a fun, easy way to showcase it. And you don't need to put all of these because, okay, so remember, what is your main offering? It looks like it's stretch therapy because all of your pictures demonstrate stretch therapy. So everything on your page should be about that. So if you're gonna put Trifocus Fitness Academy, Pilates, I don't know what does it have to do with stretch therapy. I mean, in the industry, I know why it's helpful, but the person, your demographic won't understand like what's all this? Like why do I even need to know this? What is the activated level 1? What's Douglas heel? They don't know that. So what I would recommend is maybe just putting like, yeah, I like that you have the Stretch to Win logo. Maybe just putting it like a few logos here. Okay, I got rid of all of my certification logos because I thought it was useless. We realized that when people were going through the page, most people, unless they were in the industry, would look at the logos, but most of them skip through the logos of the certification. But if you really want to showcase a few, I would just choose 3 and maybe have it in like this nice line, 1, 2, 3, maybe, if you really want it. But it should have to do with stretch therapy or whatever your message is, which we still don't quite know. If you need actual help with all this, you can go watch my webinars again, but I do have some programs where I give you worksheets to figure this out in my Up Your Insta Game course. I'll tell you all about it at the end. Then we do have a contact form down here, but why are they contacting you? That's my question, right? Like, are they contacting you to book an appointment? Or are they contacting you if they have any questions? I don't know why you have a contact form here. So you have to spell that out. And then you have your location, which can be helpful. But I would, yes. So Carly, we need to figure out what are people's pain points you're addressing, what's your solution, and how do they buy or book what you're selling? Okay, and then I would cut these down to maybe 5, and then, yeah, spread out your photos and, excuse me, put on a video. Definitely cut this down. No one is reading this. No one's reading that. And definitely no one's reading that. I hope that's helpful. Is that helpful? Carly, is that helpful? Okay. Who is still here? Okay. Melanie left. Okay. So, okay, I'm just going to let you guys know before you all leave. I want you to take a look at your Insta game. I am going to give you guys a discount, but it honestly, it breaks down everything. We talk about your why, your purpose, establishing your mission, vision, your effective IG bio, but this all relates to your website as well. I do talk about your website in the course. So I'm going to put this into the chat so you guys can go ahead and look. You are going to get a follow-up email. Oh, there you are. You guys are going to get a follow-up email with the information on how to get your discount code. Nope, Chuck, you're still good. I'm just putting this information there. And then if you do guys want to work with me one-on-one, I'm going to talk about that at the very end. Okay. Okay, so we did Melanie, we did Carly, and I don't know who this is. Who is this? Who is this, guys? Let's figure it out. Do you guys want to try and figure out who this is? Garland. Okay, so I had to go all the way down to figure out it was Garland. Now, if it's a company with several people, I would understand, but I did review these sites beforehand, and it is just, I believe it's just him for now. I get what he's trying to do because I have an idea that he wants to expand, but right now it's just him and it needs to be clear. And all the pictures are pretty much him. So you have to decide, guys. I get it. You want to be a big company. You want to seem as such, but you're not going to fool anyone. Everyone, once they go through the page, they're going to know it's just the one person. So you have to establish yourself first as an expert, and then you can start to grow. Okay. So Garland, are you here? Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, Garland's not here. So I'm going to go to Chuck. We've lost some people. Okay. I'm going to bring this down. Okay. Chuck, hi. All right. Let's look at this page, this hero. The first thing we see, is it clear what problems he's addressing? What is the solution and where can I buy? Is it clear exactly what he does for us? So yes, in the sense that I see professional massage therapy, but that's the only thing if I parse through all the text. So this hero is full of a lot of text, and I feel like a lot of what you're saying in the text can be said through a beautiful photo. Like, you have a beautiful photo back here. I would showcase that instead of this text because I'm not even noticing the photo. Okay. And there's so much going on that I don't even know. Your website should be designed so that you are guiding their eyes. So right now my eyes have no idea where to go. Okay. And there's your name. At least we know your name. Okay, and then you have a navigation bar. And then we have this welcome. I don't know, does anyone else read that? I didn't read it. I notice a lot of the American massage therapists have this on their page. I'm going to assume is it necessary or do you have to? Is it mandated, or is it because then people understand that they can use their benefits? Let me know. Okay, and then this is the page. I mean, I appreciate like a short landing page, but I don't understand where I'm supposed to go. Like, what is this? And why are there coupons? What are the coupons even for? Is this an ad? Is that an ad? It's an ad. Or are there ads on your page? Shouldn't have any ads on your page. Okay, there's no clear call to action. I don't even know where to go. If you'd like to set up an appointment with me, why would you write this out for them? Just have a huge, like, contact me button. Before we even get into that, if you guys are body workers, it seems like most of you are body workers or in the fitness industry. Why don't you have a automated booking system? It's the easiest thing to set up. Let's see. I will call you back. It's too much. This journey of the buyer, it's too much for them. You want to make it easy for them to just book with you right away. So on my webpage, especially now that I've grown and expanded and we have so many people going through the site, it would take forever for me to like book everyone individually. And then you get burnt out and you get tired as a therapist. So there are so many like options of book stretches. Right now we're using Square. I hate it, but I mean, it's useful for now. We've tried various different ones. Even though it's not very pretty, it seems to be one of the easier ones to navigate through for the client and the customer. I do want to change it, but anyway, that's not our focus as much now. It's our educational. I use Square too. It's free. It's a free website through AMTA. Ooh. Well, if you want to set yourself apart, Chuck, I don't know. Do they not allow you to customize it? If they don't, I would highly recommend you invest in putting together a professional website for yourself, because that's why there's ads. This isn't clear. And I want you to have, in a perfect world, I would have like your logo or your name here at the side, kind of like how we saw Melanie's. Have a beautiful picture here. We'd want a picture of your face, of you stretching or massaging whoever, and then a clear call to action. Okay. And then I don't know, like, am I gonna go here? Let's see. It should all be, and they're really quick, right? So they should all be on your first page. And then this should be on your booking site, all this information. Yeah. Okay, so, I was struggling with massage therapists and companies because they offer a lot. They offer sports massage, sports stretch, deep tissue massage, Swedish massage. And I get it because people are very particular. They want a sports massage or they want a Swedish. So I get why you have to break it down. But I think it's really important as an entrepreneur and a business owner to decide which one are you an expert in and focus on that. Not saying you don't do any of the other stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I started off a personal trainer, and yes, everything is like branded as stretch therapy. But in my sessions, I will add a lot of other things. I'll add some training afterwards, a specific type of training. I might add some animal flow. I'm also a certified yoga instructor. I'm also I have a certification in weightlifting and Olympic lifting. And I add all those elements. But until you figure out what your main demographic is and your solution to their problem, you won't be able to figure out what your message is or what you're known for. So I want you to really, like, I have the worksheets in the Up Your Instant game for you to really figure out what it is you're going to be focusing on. So why couldn't you, okay, let me ask you this, Chuck. What is your favorite, or where do you get most of, what kind of clients do you get mostly? What are they most interested in? Tell me in the chat right now. Is it sports massage? Do you get more clients for sports stretch? Do you get the most clients for deep tissue or Swedish? Where do you get most of your clients booking with? And I would start with that. Are you there, Chuck? Write it in the chat. Because if most of your clients, like 60% of your, or 70%, whatever, love sports massage or sports stretch. There you go. Why wouldn't you just focus on that? I don't get it. Because I could say I do stretch therapy and I do Thai massage and I do animal flow, because I love doing all those things. but I want to make a business and solidify myself as an expert in one thing, and then I can introduce all the other things. So I want you to think about that. And I know that's a hard concept. A lot of the people that I coach one-on-one hate doing this exercise. They're like, but I want to do everything. You can, and you will, but you got to focus and say, you know what? Okay, Chuck, what are you known for? Right? People know me on the street. Like, people will stop me and go like, hey, the stretch therapist. What are you known for, Chuck? Like, when I think of Chuck, do I think, oh, he's the best sports massage therapist out there? Right? You want to consider all those things, and it will help you determine how to cut your message and your website down. Okay, and your service and rates and hours should all be on your booking appointment site. Okay, is that helpful, Chuck? 16 years as team massage therapist for Sabres. Awesome. Starting over in public setting. Oh my God, Chuck, why isn't that on your page? That's amazing. 16 years as team therapist for the Sabres. This should be on your page. And you don't need to gloat about it. Of course not. But it does solidify you as someone who knows what they're doing. It should be on your page. I would definitely start up a new page. Don't use this. This is antiquated technology. This is old school, and you're gonna convert more bookings if you create a more professional website. You have it on your Instagram and Facebook. Okay, but people are booking through here too, right? There needs to be consistency in all platforms. Got it? Okay, let's move on. Who's next? So we did Melanie's, even though it says Devin. Eric, hey Eric, you here, buddy? Okay, which one's Eric? No. I think, Eric, you're this one, right? You're Unity Therapeutics, correct? Okay, 1 second, guys. Something's wrong with my, okay. I got rid of Instagram because it was bugging me. All right, now let's take a look at his page. I love it so far. This is a fair, as soon as you see this photo, it's calming. Notice he's got similar colors. You know, he's got a theme going on. And it says, taking relaxation to you. I instantly know that you're going to come to me. And an in-home office hotel. And he just like clarifies, it can be anywhere. How simple. He has a clear call to action here. If you could, Eric, I would have one here too. You could make it transparent so that it doesn't block the photo, because I get it. We don't want to block this beautiful table. But you can make it transparent, play around with it. Okay, it's very simple. Unity Therapeutics, taking relaxation to you. Okay, so instantly when I see this, I'm thinking massage. Is that correct? Okay, I still don't know exactly what your services are. Okay, so your services are further down. So you do, again, offer a lot of different things. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Chuck. What do most of your clients come to you for? I want you to answer that in the chat there, Eric. What do most of your clients come to you for? And I know people hate this question when I ask them, my coaching clients, because they're just like, well, everything, and they don't have the data, but I want you to be honest with yourself. You might have to look at data later on to verify a combination of deep and sports massage. Okay, so can I ask you another question? How many percentage of people go for the Swedish and the prenatal? The reason I'm asking him this, guys, is because he needs to, not yourself, but people need to understand, you know, why are you offering something that's not really, you know, popular or with your clients? Like 5%. Okay. Can I ask you, why do you offer it? Why do you offer Swedish and why do you offer prenatal? Why did you decide to do that? Okay, now it starts. I love how simple your page is, but we can clean it up and make it, because it gets a little confusing here. It seems to be the most popular massage style. Okay, so now it seems like you're at you're conflicted. You're trying to offer something that's really popular just because you feel like you should, but then you have the services that people actually book you for. Do you get where I'm going? Do you understand where I'm getting at? What do you think you should be doing right now? Do you think maybe you should be focusing on deep tissue and sports like we did for check? Maybe get rid of these two. Because if it's like 5%, you know what? You will get more of a return focusing on and advertising and marketing for these guys and getting more of these people than you would the 5% here. Okay. So now taking relaxation to you, because now we understand who most of your clientele is. And another question is, you do also want to ask yourself, what do you want to focus on? Like, if you hate sports massage and you love Swedish, then there's a world in which you cater and transfer all of your marketing to just, Swedish. So it's up to you. But here, I need to know that. So if there's a way that you can make deep massage and sports massage very clear here, because I'm just assuming it's massage, but I think you would be able to convert people, and you are more clear in your hero when you identify that clearly. I hope that helps. Okay, here, too much text, too big. If it's going to be this sort of big font, you only want 2 lines. So maybe here and 2 lines. I don't know that I would put about us here. I also need to know, and what's all CL services? Do you offer more? Okay, now, okay, there's got to be a way, and again, you need to ask yourself questions. How many people are adding these on? If it's a small percentage, get rid of it. Make it clear. It's just too many. Okay. I would make this very clear. I would get rid of all this stuff. There's a way in which you could just quickly explain what deep tissue massage do. But here's the thing: I don't like it when people define it in such a textbooky way. You should be describing how you offer deep tissue massage to your clientele. Like, again, where is the expectation and outcome, right? It shouldn't be a definition. It should be what you can offer them. So your webpage, guys, everyone, your webpage should be about them. You should be talking to them, and you should be triggering them with your words. So I'd get rid of this page entirely and have deep tissue and how you use deep tissue and sports massage on your main page, very clear and with few words. And if you can get a promo video up to explain all this stuff, you could even do the promo video that kind of showcases who you guys are. I mean, your promo video can definitely show this image of Houston. Where are you? Where is this? San Antonio. Yeah, you can clean this up for sure. I mean, I love these images, but I think once you kind of dwindle it down, you can make your page that much better. Let's see who your team is. Okay, so your team currently is just you. I would, like I said before, I would kind of showcase you on the main page until you actually do have a secondary person and you start to build out your team. Because if you're saying you have a team and you don't right now, that can throw people off. Does that make sense? Classes, do you offer? Okay, this is a completely different thing. I don't know what classes means. This is too much text. Until it's ready and you understand what you're offering, I wouldn't even have this here because I don't know what this is. This is kind of useless to me. Sorry, I don't mean to be so blunt, guys. When I had my page reviewed, people were like, the developer and designer were like super blunt. They were meaner. Don't take this personal, everyone. I'm just trying to get through all of these really quickly. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to the next person who's here. Okay. Oh, I guess we had someone and then they're no longer with us. Okay. Oh, Maria. Did she leave? Uh-oh. Okay, well, she was here, so I am still going to go over her page real quick so that she can rewatch this. And then I have to go, but thank you so much for your feedback. Okay, yes, guys, if you need to go, don't forget, if you want to learn more about one-on-one working with me and so I can help you, please check out. Put it there again. Okay. All right, let's just do one more and then we're done. Okay, so Maria, can you guys see what she does? I don't know what she does instantly. I don't get it. It looks like a lifestyle. And then her text doesn't start till later. Hey there, Maria. Oh, Mariah? Ooh, sorry, I don't mean to butcher your name. Oh, there you are. Hey, girl. Okay, we just started your page. Hi there. Okay, so instantly when you go on your page, I don't know what you do, and I don't know what you're offering. Okay, you're a licensed massage therapist, certified yoga, Reiki, sound healer, previously certified. Okay, so this is a lot. Need to be able to distill it in a succinct manner. People are not going to read this. It needs to be clear with a picture of what you do. So I'm not going to ask you, is it Mariah or Maria? Is it like Mariah Carey? Let me know. Can you tell me what is your main service? Put that in the chat for me, please. And I'll go through your page. These are great photos. Alternative. Okay, so now I'm getting to, this looks more like a hero. Alternative and holistic health services. I mean, that's super vague. Whenever someone says alternative and holistic, no one knows what that means. Okay, Mariah. Okay, massage and then yoga. Okay. So why not put that there? Why not put that here clearly? Because, and I get it, your demographic will understand what alternative and holistic health services is, but at the same time, remember you guys are still building your audience, you're still building your business. So you have to be as clear to a third grader as possible. So if you tell a third grader, I do alternative and holistic health services, they'll be like, what? And then you'll be like, well, it means I do massage and yoga. Why didn't you just start with that? You know what I mean? Let's make it less of an uphill battle for you. And then when you start to build your brand and credibility, then you can start to make up your own, like, we may not make up, but like use other words because people will be following your journey for that much more. Okay, they don't need to know this. They don't need to know this. This is too much. Your offering should be very clear and succinct. If there's a way you can meld that all into one if you really wanted to. However, I would focus on whatever is your main focus and make that stand out on your page. Okay, no one's gonna click this. Okay, if I'm gonna sign up for something, it better be like a free resource I care about. So you were here at the beginning. I offer free training, free videos that people can watch. I also offer, I have a pop-up that offers a free warm-up guide, and it's like, well done. I had a designer do it. It's like, it's gorgeous. So we want, let me just, what's this? Okay. We want you to come up with what we call a lead magnet. And I talk about this in my other webinars, so make sure you watch them. And I show you what a lead magnet is. And in the Up Your Instagram, I do have like a bonus module that talks about it. And in any one-on-one coaching, we really work on your lead magnet. Okay. So yeah, no one's going to be putting their names here. I mean, if they do, it's just a very small percentage because I'm not reading all this, right? It should be, what mine says is like, download your free warm-up PDF in big block letters, and then it has name, email, whatever. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful picture. But if your number one focus is massage, you have to decide, is it massage or yoga? There is a way in which you can meld it, like figure out how to do that, because your main hero should be about that main service you provide. So if Is there a way that you can do a picture where someone's in a yoga pose and you're massaging them? I don't know. These are just ideas. So I would want you to roll with that, because yeah, you don't, and then, you know, you don't have to write that you do Reiki and sound healing. That could be like added on over time, and you can still do it in your sessions. But what do most people come to you for? Do they come to you for Reiki and sound healing? I don't know. You tell me, because then you have to decide where to really put effort into. Okay. And again, we need a huge call to action. We need like a book now or book session. When it comes to, excuse me, when it comes to design, they might have issues with accessibility. So there's an actual thing where if the colors are not clear with someone who has visual disabilities, it could be problematic. So I don't know if you would have to check online and see if these colors are not accessible. And I'm assuming these colors are your brand colors. Okay. And there's a way you can use it without the whole background being this color. Like you'd want to have a little bit more white. And it is hard to see this color on white, just so you know. Okay, so again, what you need to take away from this, Mariah, is a clear hero with a picture of what you offer, and then a clear title, maybe a subtitle if you want, and then a call to action. And then, yeah, let's get rid of some of this text and just focus on what you do. And then all of you, I want you to have a lead magnet, like a free guide to whatever, okay? Or a free video or a free, you know, anything. I offer a lot of free things because I do offer a lot of different services over time. So the first 2-3 years, I was just stretch therapy. Even though I was so eager to like introduce a million other things, I had to establish myself first. You guys got to create a baseline for yourself first so people can trust you. Otherwise, they're just like, this person does everything. I don't know if they're good at any of this stuff, right? I'm not saying you're not. Okay, I think that is all the people here. I think we've lost them. Are there any questions? Any questions, guys? Let's open the chat. Okay, Mariah, was that helpful? Okay, we have, who's left here today? Oops. We got Mariah, we got Carly, we got Chuck, we got Eric, Melanie left, and then a bunch of other people left. Okay. Any questions, Chuck, Eric, Carly? We good, Mariah? Okay, so again, at the end of the year, starting November 15th, every year, I do a coaching blitz where I'm actually expanding it. It's no longer 30 days, it's 6 weeks to your best year. So starting November 15th, right until right before Christmas, we work every day. I give you homework and you get a coaching call with me twice a week. And we would go through all the worksheets about how to set up your web page. I actually help you design the web page. We set up getting you to do a video shoot and a photo shoot to update yourself. I help you write the copy, and we help set up your actual business. So it's not just a website, it's your business. How do we make sure that your business is legit? Okay. And then how we can build your Instagram. So we go over your Instagram and we do a whole purge and what should you do with your Instagram, and then how do you get more and more eyes to your site and to your Instagram. So I'm gonna give you this, I already put this in the chat here to take a look. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. It doesn't start until November 15th. Applications are not open right now, but I wanted you guys to understand that I do offer this service. The reason I have it November 15th until before Christmas is because I want you to be able to enjoy your holiday with your family and not feel guilty. I want you to feel like after the holidays are done, you can enjoy the holidays, and then boom, after New Year's, you're just like, my business is already ready to go. Okay, because last year we did it through Christmas and it was challenging for even myself and them because they were distracted. So let's start November 15th, 6 weeks until Christmas, and then we set up your business for success. All right? Okay, so you're gonna get a follow-up email with the discount code for Up Your Insta Game. Okay, it's just to build up your Instagram, blah, 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 blah. It talks about how to read your analytics. You do have a community support. We do have a chat and all these things. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. And I think that's it for me. Okay. How do I get out of this? Oops. Stop share. Okay. And then end meeting. Bye, guys.